Why did the dinosaurs disappear? What force could wipe out every giant on Earth? Was it fire from the sky, or death rising from the ground beneath them? Did a single moment of chaos destroy millions of years of evolution? Could something invisible have killed them? A plague, a poison, or a silent winter? What if it wasn't one disaster, but a perfect chain reaction that ended everything? How did the Earth itself turn against its greatest creatures? Why did the oceans vanish? Why did the sun disappear from the sky? Was it sudden, or did the end creep in slowly over thousands of silent years? Could they sense it was coming? Did they try to escape? If they were unstoppable, why didn't anything survive? Did their world collapse all at once, or did it fall apart layer by layer unseen? Fewer plants meant fewer herbivores. Fewer herbivores meant predators starved in silence. Some dinosaurs wandered for days without food, their massive bodies wasting away. Many collapsed where they stood, too big to adapt, too slow to flee. But in the shadows, smaller creatures survived, burrowers, scavengers, and flyers. Feathered dinosaurs took to the skies. Some would become the birds we know today. Ash fell for months, sunlight dimmed, photosynthesis nearly stopped across the planet. Oceans turned toxic. Temperatures dropped, ecosystems unraveled from the inside out. Millions of years of evolution, undone in just a geological heartbeat. To understand their extinction, we must travel back to when their story first began. Life first thrived in water, in warm, mineral-rich oceans fed by the planet's fire. Life first thrived in water, in warm, mineral-rich oceans fed by the planet's fire. Tiny organisms evolved into predators and prey, a silent arms race in ancient seas. Some began to see, to sense movement, to chase, and the hunt began. With time, some left the water. Crawling toward the unknown, they shaped the future. The land was empty, quiet, and dangerous, but the first pioneers began to adapt. As lungs replaced gills and legs replaced fins, life took its first breaths on dry earth. Rainforests rose, giant ferns spread, insects grew to astonishing sizes in the heavy air. Gigantic scorpions stalked the forest floor, sensing every vibration in the soil. The earth breathed, changed, and cracked open, and from its chaos new life emerged. Roughly 230 million years ago, something extraordinary appeared in the shadow of extinction. They were fast, light, and alert, built to survive a world still healing from disaster. Unlike the giants to come, these first dinosaurs were no bigger than a medium-sized dog. Their bones were hollow, their steps light, built for speed and agility, not brute strength. They hunted insects, lizards, and anything small enough to fit between their narrow jaws. But they were not alone. Early crocodiles and armored reptiles competed for the same prey. Some were herbivores, some were hunters. All were survivors of Earth's unstable rebirth. The land was harsh, drought, volcanic gas, unpredictable storms, yet they endured. Over millions of years they adapted. Some grew larger, others faster, some stranger. What began as a fragile recovery became the rise of the most dominant life forms on Earth. As Earth grew warmer and wetter, dinosaurs flourished into creatures of impossible scale. Some stretched longer than a city bus, their heads lost in clouds of green. Others became deadly precision hunters, sharp, swift, and highly intelligent. Some hunted alone, others worked in packs, coordinated, silent, lethal. Their world teemed with sound, footsteps, roars, thunder, and rain across leaves. Some evolved armor and horns, defenses sculpted by millions of years of pressure. Others grew feathers, not for flight but for warmth, display, or dominance. They adapted to jungles, deserts, wetlands, and icy uplands, wherever life could hold. Some lived in herds of hundreds, others hid solitary and silent. It was their golden age, the peak of evolution's experiment with size, shape, and survival. They were not mindless beasts. Dinosaurs lived, raised families, and defended their young. Some built nests, some brooded like birds, others left their young to face the wild alone. Hatchlings emerged vulnerable, blind, and instinctively drawn to warmth, light, and motion. They learned by watching, by following, by mimicking every move of their parents. They played, they explored, they fought, learning the rules of survival with every step. Many lived in herds, safety in numbers, strength in unity, voices rising together. They had calls, colors, and gestures, a complex language beyond our full understanding. Some formed bonds, some rivaled each other for territory, mates, or food. When one died, others lingered. Some nudged the body, some stood still for hours. They were more than fossils. They were lives, lived fully, fiercely, and with meaning. It began subtly: fewer plants, colder mornings, longer droughts, and shorter seasons. Rain stopped falling, rivers thinned, storms came suddenly, then vanished for months. Some regions flooded violently, others turned to dust and heat. Balance was fading. Vegetation thinned, herds moved constantly, predators grew bolder, more desperate. Volcanoes erupted in chains, releasing gases that choked skies and poisoned oceans. Toxic gas blanketed coastlines, coral died, the oceans turned sour and empty. Insects vanished, flowers stopped blooming, the food web unraveled from the bottom up. Some species vanished with no warning, simply gone, never to be seen again. And then, something appeared in the sky, glowing, fast, and unstoppable. The age of dinosaurs was about to end, not with a whimper, but with fire. A streak of light crossed the sky, faster than sound, brighter than anything ever seen. The object was 6 miles wide, moving at 45,000 miles per hour, too fast to stop. It struck near what is now Mexico, with the power of 10 billion nuclear bombs. The flash melted everything within hundreds of miles, air, stone, and bone alike. The impact carved a crater over 100 miles wide and reshaped Earth's entire surface. Winds thousands of miles away toppled trees and shattered everything in their path. Within minutes, the sky turned black. Firestorms circled the globe. Sulfur and soot filled the air, sunlight disappeared, a global winter began. From pole to pole, the temperature plummeted, the food chain collapsed in days. In just a few months, 3 out of every 4 living species on Earth were gone. The world went quiet. Fire and ash gave way to silence, wind, and waiting. For weeks the sun barely rose. A thick ceiling of soot turned day into endless dusk. Rain returned, not as life but as acid, falling silently onto a wounded world. Even in this darkness, life clung on, in burrows under leaves beneath the ash. Tiny survivors emerged when skies began to clear, blinking into a quiet, empty world. The great herds were gone. The ground no longer trembled, only footprints remained. Forests regrew, rain returned clean, roots cracked old bones and covered ancient scars. New creatures evolved, smaller, warmer, quicker, shaped by a planet now reset. The age of dinosaurs had ended, but extinction is not the end, it is a turning point. From their fall came everything that followed, including us. Their bones became stone, their stories buried under layers of time and pressure. But stone remembers. Across deserts and cliffs, their remains whisper through the rock. In feathered birds, the spirit of dinosaurs still flies over forests and oceans. Every flap, every gaze, every shriek, an echo of a world long gone. In their extinction, space opened for others, including the rise of mammals and us. We study their bones, build their shapes, recreate their voices, trying to understand them. Through them, we glimpse our planet's extremes, its violence, its beauty, its resilience. They teach us humility, that no creature, however great, escapes time. But they also teach us wonder, that life always finds a way back. The age of dinosaurs has ended, but their legacy still walks beside us.